I'm Andrew McNeil, also known as Spider, from the Charlottetown Islanders. I'm the equipment manager. Daily routine, it's a little different for a game day, obviously, but on a normal practice day, as soon as I arrive, I'll fill out a COVID form, just so with all the new COVID protocols for symptoms of COVID. And then I'll give my coach, Jim Holton, a text to find out what the line combos are going to be for that day of practice. And when I say line combos, so you're going to have 3 forwards in one color, then the second line will be in an opposite color, defense will be in their own color, and so on and so on. So then when I get to the rink, I set out the dressing room, I'll set it up, put their socks in their pants, hang their jerseys, make sure every guy has their own tape, scissors, and then just basically so when they arrive to the rink, they don't have to do anything, they don't have to worry about nothing. Everything's there for them. Their skates are already sharpened from the night before. So yeah, they roll in, they can have a coffee, go sit in the gym and watch some Sportsnet, and then they're just jumping on the ice. No, so there was a ready-to-play program basically in the summer where all the equipment managers and the therapists, we all got together on a Zoom call and talked about all these protocols that would help us be safe and keep the players safe. So there was things from like, and I can see this for the future continuing going on, not just now, but every player now has their own water bottle. Their number would be on it, same as a Gatorade squeeze bottle. Like every kid, you look on the bench, they have a water bottle, then they have their Gatorade bottle. It's all individualized. We don't want them drinking out of another kid's water bottle, right? So there's that, individual towels. So back in the day, there would be like 10, 12 Gatorade towels behind the bench, and a player would just pull the towel off, wipe the face down, and then it would be set back. So now we have individual towels, so the kid, it's a one-time use. He wipes his face, it goes into a dirty bin, then there's a new towel ready for him. So things like that, and then the bench after and before we go on, it's sanitized. So we, most of our teams in the league went out and bought some higher-end cleaning supplies where basically you'll go down to the bench, it's wiped down first with Lysol wipes and stuff like that. That's cleaned, and the top of the bench, the doorknobs, everything like that. And then after that, we'll have what it's called the Victory Sprayer. It's a sprayer that gives off a very fine mist, but it almost smells like a chlorine. And anyways, you're sanitizing the benches after every period, before the day starts, the end of the day. Same thing in the dressing room. It's just trying to make everything clean and wiped down, from doorknobs to light switches to. So there's a lot of time-consuming things right there. I remember back in the day, to get a guy in a pair of brand new gloves, it was really tough because they were just so stiff and the palms were thicker. But now, like, this gear comes out of the box and it's pretty much ready to go. But then there'll be guys that want special things done, like I'll say, for instance, Jacob Gooby. He wants bigger pants, so he has more bulk in his hips and stuff. But saying that, those bigger pants, the legs are too long for him, so I'll have to cut a little piece of the leg off, sew it, bring it up. Just things like that. I remember back in the day of junior high school, my teacher, Joanne McAdam, would be doing the sewing classes, and I just couldn't stand it, and I'd be going to these classes saying, why do I need to learn how to sew? Like, there's no way down the road I'm going to be sewing anything. So it ended up coming in handy because sewing is one of my things I do every day as well. From sewing on name bars, if we get a called up player, you got to sew his name bar on right away, or A's and C's on jerseys. It's if there's a rip in a sock, we're sewing the socks. So yeah, sewing is one of those little talented things that I learned in junior high school, but now it's like an everyday thing. Gloves as well. Some guys will want like a shot blocker sewn on their glove for extra protection, especially like a penalty kill guy or something like that that's blocking shots. And then skates as well. There's a number of guys, I believe 12 guys last year, that we have a special protection that we put on their skate, that you basically just stick it on the boot, and it's a shot blocker. It's not like back in the old days you've seen the plastic big boot that went over top of the lace, and it's bulky and the player's crossing over and they're touching. So now it's just like a stick on, and it has a little foam on it, and it gives them that extra safety. So on a game day, I would go through the entire dressing room and sharpen everyone's skates, just to be safe that a guy doesn't lose an edge during a game. So I want them going on the ice with a fresh set of steels. In saying that though, like every individual player has their own backup steels. So you'll see on the bench that I'll have a bag in the back behind me that has, I carry everyone's steel. It's already pre-sharpened, so if a guy loses an edge during the game, I pop the steels out. The new steels are going in, the guy doesn't lose a shift, and the coach isn't mad. It's like I said, it's one quick click, and it's called a trigger blade, and it's in and out just like that. With Bauer started it, and it's a game changer. CCM's followed along after that, but like I said, the coaches don't get mad anymore. Back in the day, when a guy lost an edge, he'd have to take his skate off, he'd have to run to the dressing room, sharpen it. It's going to take 7, maybe even 10 minutes to get back, so the guy's going to miss a couple of shifts, and you don't want your star out that long. We'll set up an appointment with the Bauer rep or CCM rep or True Hockey rep, and I'm in contact with these reps almost every day. We're talking. So we'll set up an appointment where the rep will come in for a special day set up for them. They will size every individual player. If they're using Bauer, the Bauer guy will be here a separate day than the CCM guy. They'll be sized. Once the team's picked, Jim gives me the roster. I'll send up a PO order, send it out to the rep, and the skates are ordered. Now, like you said, these aren't store-bought skates. They're made in the factory. So instead of going down to the sports store and getting them right away, it takes about 4 weeks for these skates to be made. Some guys will have their names customized on it or something like that. And yeah, they'll arrive. The order's in. It's been in for 2 or 3 weeks now for our skates, and they should be arriving here pretty soon.